I was going every week, every Wednesday, to this drum and bass club that we had in LA called Concrete Jungle while we were writing the record. And a lot of the time I would bring the energy that I'd experienced there the night before to rehearsal the next day. And while a lot of these jams just ended up being just jams forever, by the way, it was something where I felt like that I was feeling when we were writing that song, the same energy that I had been experiencing at the drum and bass club the night before. And there's a lot of fun jumping around and dancing at rehearsal, and that's what this song reminds me of.
This song, by the way, is a song that is a very dynamic song. It's got a bunch of different pieces and feelings to it, and if you really want, you could slam your head around like a wild watermelon rolling down a hill, or you could moodily stare into a darker corner.
Universally speaking, one of my very favorite songs on the record. It's the song that just makes me cry when I sing it, and makes me cry when I hear it back in the studio. I feel totally proud of this song. Like, this song expresses exactly what it's supposed to. It makes me feel completely in love with life and with this band and with the human experience. And so far it's turned out to be one of my two favorite songs to play live. And a very good friend of mine, when he heard it in the studio, said this is the best song you've ever written, and that's saying something. So let it roll.
Universally Speaking is a song that we've had for a while, and it started out from a bass line that Flea started jamming at the end of rehearsal one day. And I remember we just all, again, something that happens, we have this musical telepathy, we just all started falling in and playing something, and it just felt right off the bat. Came really easy, really naturally, and we played that on a couple festivals last summer, and sort of honed it down and turned it into what I think would be a future classic Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
This Is the Place is a song we love. It's kind of dark and very thick feel, very moody. Something that John and Flea were very proud of early on in the writing process. And it fought for its place on the record. In the end, the finished song, once mixed, was so strong that we decided to put it third on our record, because we felt that it really needed to be flaunted early on and not kind of hard to find at the end of the record. We want people to know that, this is who we are.
This Is a Place is another one of those ones where Fleet's playing the same bass line throughout the whole song, and the thing that's changing is the guitar part and the drums. Me and Chad sort of doing dynamic things along with each other while the bass is playing the same thing throughout the song. He turns on the fuzz tone pedal at one point when we get really loud, but the bass line stays the same throughout the whole song, and the guitar and the vocals and things, and just the intensity that's changing around it. It's a fun little exercise. I mean, I could do it forever with Flea, for him, because the bass lines, he has this power of playing these bass lines that can be so hypnotic that you just get it. They send you into a trance, and I just love playing around with that with my guitar. Just turning the bass line inside out through my guitar playing.
Dosed, which is also, maybe I shouldn't tell you all these names that they were before they were, but this one came from a loop that John played I'd come into rehearsal a few times, and John liked to get there early, and he has this special box that he steps on and his guitar goes into, that he can record 3 different guitar parts at once and then play them back all at once. And sort of an organic way of overdubbing. And that started that particular number, and that was the idea behind that. And then there's just this very beautiful, big Beatlesque chorus. It's really fun to play. That's one of my favorite songs on the record, and it should be interesting to play live.
Dosed. Well, what can I say about Dosed besides that when I first played it for a friend of mine, she said, "Oh, the girls are gonna really like this one." And I'd have to say that the feminine, girly part of myself likes it very much. "Don't Forget Me" is a song. It's a song. Just thought I'd let you know that. "Don't Forget Me" is a song that it rocks onwards. Let it rock onwards. It's once again, it's a song that is simple, in that it has a very simple musical theme that runs through the whole thing. But it's a very dynamic song, and Anthony gets down to some serious hollering and erect nipple shaking.
Don't Forget Me was a song that where the origin of the song came from Flea just playing one bass line over and over and over for a long period of time, and I would make up, I'd do one guitar part, then do another guitar part, then do another guitar part, and just do a bunch, and keep changing the dynamics of it, and keep changing everything around the bass line to where when you're hearing the whole thing going on, you would never realize that there's just one bass line going on throughout the whole thing. But there's the Talking Heads album, Remain in Light, which that whole album is, every song is just one bass line and one drum part for the whole song. But the songs go through so many changes that unless it's pointed out to you, you don't realize that there's just one bass line that stays consistent throughout the whole song, because the song has choruses and verses and bridges and all kinds of vocal parts going on. And so we have a couple of examples of that on our record. This is one of them.